welcome back to the Talk with Connie. I am so happy to be here with Robin Pressley today.
Thank you for having me.
Of Animal Adventures. So Robin, we were just talking before we came on about loving animals. I'm an animal lover, you're an animal lover, and it's kind of like something you always have
Born
been.
with. Yeah, I think so. When I was about 8 years old, I went to SeaWorld and I saw the dolphin show and I was crying, and my mom asked if I was scared, and I said I want to do that someday. So went to college, became a dolphin trainer, and then started to do some educational work, and animals and children just became magic to me.
That is so great. And I have some pictures that I found of you online with, I don't know when Lucas is going to show them, if it'll be in a few minutes or after, but I have one of you with a dolphin, and it's so cool. Yes. So that's amazing. You're living your dream.
Yes. And what's so fun about it too is I have a 9-year-old son, and from the time he could crawl, he was always trying to crawl and hug everything.
Oh,
anything
really?
that slithered or had fur. So it's nice to be able to share that with my son too.
Absolutely.
It makes the dream even bigger.
Absolutely. So you have one child?
I do.
And it's Caden?
It's Caden.
Who we're all going to meet in a moment, because he's going to be bringing us animals in and out. So tell them just a little bit about what you have coming up, what you're doing in the community, or what you're doing, period.
Sure. So we do GPS and QCC based programming for the state of Georgia. So we bring our entire animal collection to whatever venue would like to have us. So we have a big tractable collection of insects, mammals, birds, reptiles, and we talk to the teacher and find out what they're studying. So it could be habitats, it could be endangerment, the food web, whatever it is, we use our animal collection to teach it. And we've also been starting to do things with diversity, the importance of diversity and character building with our animal collection as well. And we go to camps, libraries, school groups, senior centers, religious facilities, sometimes even a birthday party.
That's so fun.
So we just like to celebrate and learn with our animals.
I like it. So what do we have coming up first?
So the first animal we're going to look up or take a look at is the American alligator. So Caden's going to bring his car seat. These animals, of course, don't live in these enclosures.
Right.
It's just their car seat to keep them safe. And this is Crikey. Caden and I are both a fan of Steve Irwin.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to look at our young American alligator. Isn't he amazing? You want to feel his tail?
I do. He's not going to bite me, right?
Well, any animal with a mouth can bite.
Okay.
But if you touch his tail, I'll keep you safe. So the top kind of feels hard and plastic.
Right.
Now feel the side. It's going to feel kind of soft and rubbery.
Oh, yes.
So this is his power muscle, his thigh muscle. So this is ours for running and jumping. This is how he swims, with powerful side-to-side motions of his tail. He pushes his body through the water. He does have webbed feet. He does not swim with his webbed feet. When he swims with his webbed feet, he folds them flat on his body and just gets them out of the way. But I can tell by the surprise, you're wondering, why does he have webbed feet, right?
Yeah.
So animals have things on their body for a reason. He has webbed feet to walk on top of the mud. If he didn't, his toes would sink. Here's his 12-foot-long alligator stuck in the mud. So just like snowshoes or skis, he can walk on top of the mud.
That is so amazing. And I thought I would be a little afraid of him, but I mean, now I do respect that he has the mouth.
Razor sharp teeth.
But oh my word, he's so beautiful.
Now you've probably noticed these beautiful stripes as well.
Yes.
When he's older, he's going to be this darker color to hang out in the middle of the dark swamp. But right now he's too small to do that. An animal like a hawk could swoop down, pick him up, eat him for lunch. So instead of camouflaging in the dark swamp, he's going to stay in the shallow waters where the reeds and grasses grow up to the sun. As the sun filters through the water, it makes those little yellow stripes. So when he swims in between those grasses and reeds, he has a perfect way to camouflage. And they'll pull apart and fade as he gets older.
Can I touch him again?
Absolutely.
He's so cool.
Another neat thing I love to show you are his eyes. So he does have eyelids like us that open and close, but he has to protect his eyes with all the dirt and debris in the swamp waters. So he has built-in goggles. They go from front to back. It's called a nictitating membrane.
Wow.
And you can actually see. Did you see that?
That is amazing.
You see that clear eyelid flip back?
And he can see through that.
And he can see through that. And it's from front to back, so when he's swimming, it doesn't get pressed closed. It'll stay closed as he's swimming. Isn't he amazing?
He is amazing. He's beautiful, too.
And I was hoping he would talk for us. So baby alligators make a sound in their throat pouch. I'm not perfect at it, but it goes something like, oonk, oonk. And the reason they do that is, as far as we know, other reptile moms lay their eggs and leave. The alligator mom's different. She makes a hill of rotting vegetation. She puts her eggs in there. The warmest eggs become boys. The cooler eggs become girls, right? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
If we want a boy or girl, we can just wear an ice pack or a heating pad.
How about
and
that?
she'll protect the nest, and she'll listen. And when they start to hatch, they make that sound. With all of her razor-sharp teeth, she'll nip at the soft-shelled egg. She'll help the struggling hatchlings out, put them in her mouth, about 10 at a time, and take them down to the water's edge.
Woohoo.
Just showing he's real.
So the big ones, if he were to hit like that, that would hurt with a big one.
Yes, so we stop using them in our educational programming when we can hold them, and when they flap, their tail comes around and kind of hits us in the ribs because it'll leave little bruises, and then they can go right back to Orange Hill Alligator Farm. So
Is this where he lives?
this is where he came from, so we purchased it from them.
Okay.
It used to be we'd have to find another zoo for him to go to because the alligator farms would harvest the meat. But we get very attached to our alligators. We're not going to let them become meat.
No.
So that gator farm that we found in Chipley actually does educational presentations. They even have on-site birthday parties there, and they will take him back and add him to their breeding program, and we don't have to worry about him becoming anything other than a great big old alligator.
Oh, that is so nice.
Isn't that so nice?
And he lives with you guys, you and your family.
He does. So our house is kind of a zoo.
Yeah.
My son will sometimes be taking a bath with a lizard or his call ducks, which we found out baby shampoo on a call duck will actually make them sink. You know how birds have oils to waterproof their feathers?
Yes.
Well, he had washed his hair with baby shampoo, and then we put the ducks in after he washed his hair, and all of a sudden the ducks got lower and lower in the water until they were sinking. So we learn a lot by having our animals live with us. And those are stories and information that we can learn to share with everybody.
Well, I like Cracky.
Crikey. For Steve Irwin. We're a big fan of the Irwin family.
I love it. I love it. Okay. I'm going to touch him one more time.
Absolutely.
Okay. Cool.
He doesn't feel real, does he?
No.
No.
No, he doesn't.
And actually, this was an endangered species on the brink of extinction a few times because we saw swamps as wasteland habitats. We would build on them. But then we learned that the Earth's sponges, so if we don't have them, we're in trouble. So a neat thing happens when you protect their habitat, you protect the animals that live there.
Yeah.
And now, not an endangered species anymore.
Great. The American alligator.
That's right.
So what do we have next, Robin?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kaden is going to bring to me a yellow-bellied slider turtle. Thank you, Kaden. And what we're going to do is we're going to compare and contrast turtles to tortoises.
Okay.
So a lot of people think turtles and tortoises, they're the same thing. They're really, really different. First of all, one's aquatic, can swim and live on land, and one of them can only live on land. And I bet you know which one can only live on land. The turtle
I'm thinking
or the tortoise.
a tortoise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Caden's going to bring to me the yellow-bellied slider, and we're going to take a look at some typical features for a turtle. Webbed feet for swimming, flat shell to zip through the water, being really good swimmers. Caden is going to bring out the red-footed tortoise, and you're going to see something completely different. You're not going to see webbed feet, and you're not going to see a flat shell. In fact, what you're going to see is a highly domed shell, almost looking like a rock. And what do rocks do in the water? What do?
Sink.
They sink, that's right. So our red-footed tortoise, Rosie here, you can see her front feet are flat like a shovel.
Yeah.
And these shovel-like feet can make burrows 10 feet deep and 30 feet long. And they become homes to hundreds of other animals.
Wow.
If you take a look at Rosie's back feet, those are called elephantine feet. And go ahead and feel them. They look like, work like, and feel just like elephant feet do.
Oh my goodness.
Really good for walking on the land. But again, no web feet for swimming. But there's one thing on these animals that make them look similar. And what is that?
Shell.
Their shell, that's right. Their shell. So Caden is going to go ahead and put our tortoise back, and he is going to bring out a shell we found in the woods. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but these animals have the same bones we do. They have a backbone, they have ribs on the side. So here's an old turtle shell that we will look at.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Hold that thought. We'll be right back. Stay with us, please.
Thank you.